agenda packet is a description of my letter to the Ethics Board. Recently, we've received an open records request for emails that I've had in support of the city administrator referendum. And I'm assuming you've read it, but I'll just review with you. As a professional public administrator, I do the best I can to demonstrate professionalism in public management. And one responsibility we have is to demonstrate that in how we support local governments that are adjacent to us. It's been many years that city council members, and even back to the past two mayors, that I've been asked for advice on city management, city management, asked for advice on public administration, and even in the considerations over the years of creating an ordinance for city administrator. I've been asked to weigh in and refer people to the expertise of the ICMA nationally, as well as even when they were drafting the ordinance. As recently as all of this, I just want to clarify and make sure that everybody knows, as part of our code of ethics, we do not get involved in any campaigns. I don't sign nomination papers, recall papers. I don't make political contributions to candidates. I'm not a member of a party. The only exception that ICMA makes nationally is that we do support professional discussion and promotion of the profession. And as I summarize in my letter, I believe that one of the primary factors that's holding this community back is, unlike virtually every other city of similar size, we have no professional management involved in the operations of the city of La Crosse, and I believe that's the single most determinative factor to their lack of efficiency and high taxes. And I can demonstrate that with data, and I've supported that. When the issue of an administrator came up by ordinance towards the end of last year, it was my understanding it was to be an action that would just be voted on by the city council. I was asked to look at the ordinance. I referred people to other experts within the system, and I was also invited to actually host a forum on the discussion about the administrator by the League of Women Voters. During that debate, before the forum actually happened, then it became a referendum. Of course, I've been supporting it all along, and again, the ICMA Code of Ethics indicates clearly that as long as we support things on a professional basis, that is our responsibility. Probably the most important thing is that at no time did I indicate my support was an official endorsement by La Crosse County, nor did I use support staff, printing, materials. With the exception of email communications, I made no representation that the county supported this or had taken any action on it. I was not running a campaign out of my office or anything else. It was a separate committee that, yes, I did support and participate in and provide information for. Coincidentally, city council members who were also county board members at the time supported the administrator referendum. If we had had a split on that, or if we had county board members that were also city council members that did not support it, I doubt that I would have been involved in anything more than an advisory capacity, but it was clear, in my opinion, that I was professional in my responsibility and did not have anything personal to be gained by it. It's certainly my position that professional management is the best thing that could happen to the city of La Crosse. Unfortunately, the voters didn't agree. Under our Code of Ethics, any person or public official that's governed by the Code of Ethics has a right to ask for an advisory opinion. And so I've asked the Ethics Committee to have a meeting and consider the questions before them. Is there something in the Code of Ethics that that I violated? I want their opinion on that and to give me some direction. And I put this memo in your packet today, just since you're the executive committee that is the primary responsible party for my position. So you're knowing that I'm taking this to the Ethics Board at my request to ask for their opinion. I believe the code says that the request for an advisory opinion can be in closed session. I'm asking that it be an open session. I don't believe I have anything to hide or be ashamed of. I've been as professional as I possibly can be with this. I've been very open and transparent that I think the community of La Crosse missed an opportunity here. They have that right to do that, but again, I also believe that it was professional to support the concept of professional management. I think it's funny how it's been characterized to be almost saying like we don't think we ought to have a lawyer do the legal work that we ought to do when we operate local government. We ought to just kind of do it on our own and do it by happenstance. I come from communities where, and in my 27 years in the profession, I've never seen a community that's as dysfunctional in the operation of their local government, and this gave me an opportunity to express that opinion professionally.
Dave Lang, will you please just remind the group of what the process is and what role your office plays in the ethics board and the work that they will do in response to Mr. Mills?
Yeah, there's an ethics board. There's 3 people on the ethics board: Rick Kite, Lynn Barkett, and Mr. Stale. I can't remember his first name now. The next procedure is they set up a hearing to look into it. That can be closed because it's an advisory opinion. Basically, they'll set up a date to meet. They'll appoint the chair and then take up Mr. O'Malley's request. Probably have someone from our office, not representing Mr. O'Malley, but representing the ethics board at that. It probably won't be me because I've had some discussions with Steve, has not with other members of my office, so it's probably how it will be.
And is there a time frame that we anticipate?
Just assume we have to get one set up, so it's more just getting the schedule, we can get everybody together and meet here. So there's not a time frame in the ordinance, but probably as soon as we can.
Okay. Questions, comments of the executive committee?
Have you released emails or?
You just gave me direction yesterday to have the emails printed.
What?
To have the emails printed.
Okay.
There was a question of whether or not this would be made by a PDF or not. Probably in the neighborhood of 200 emails during the period of time that we're talking about.
I guess where I would think maybe the line was crossed is if you were involved in strategizing with other folks. That's where I think you can advocate. But if you were strategizing on how to do it, then I think maybe that might be that line. So I guess I would like to see emails also before I would appreciate meeting with
Well, and again, the responsibility right now lies with the ethics board to take the next steps, and we certainly, it will be noticed, and they will make a decision about closed or open. Mr. O'Malley has made it clear that he is requesting that it be open, so we will know when the ethics board, when that date gets set, then we will make sure that that's publicized, and the open records request has been made, so that is available. I don't know the
that's
question of it.
independent, isn't it? The open record because it's independent from the ethics.
But you actually wanted to see.
Which I believe are the open records. I'm not asking for anything from ethics. I just would like to see the emails.
Okay. Supervisor,
Just one clarification, so an open record request was made, but, no?
It was, sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry. An open record request was made, and you are adhering to that request, but you're going a step beyond by asking the ethics board to investigate, to make sure. So this is on your own, this is not something that somebody asked for an ethics charge?
Right, under the Code of Ethics, Article 10, sub B, any person governed by the code may apply in writing to ask for an advisory opinion, and then it goes on to say all opinions shall be in writing and adopted. The ethics, the deliberations shall be in closed session. I'm going to ask that they be in open session. I have nothing to hide, and yes, I was strategizing, because that's part of my, I'm completely transparent about this, and we may agree to disagree on my conduct, which is why I'm very transparent about this. Again, I do not get involved in political campaigns, but promotion of the profession is not a political campaign in my opinion. It's promotion of professionalism and the highest standards, and that's why I'm transparent about our involvement. For example, part of the involvement was to ask ICMA's professional fund, which is an independent fund that we in the profession contribute to actually help support the referendum. And that was actually funded, and will be in the final campaign communication result. There was actually funding come from ICMA as an independent fund, and they do this national. So when there's a referendum up or down on a manager or administrator form of government, either instituted or not instituted, we in the profession, as separate contributions independent of our dues, we support a fund that actually helps promote information about city management, information about city administrator, county administrator, and again, this is not new.
So is that a fact?
No, it's actually a separate independent nonprofit that promotes professionalism in local government.
Okay, so that was in response to Supervisor
I just want a
question.
clarification. So the open records is the request that was made, but you are asking this on your behalf. You want to be sure that you did not do anything illegal or whatever. You are confident in that, but you want to be sure. That's what we're doing here. We don't need to do anything today. This is more for your information. I want a clarification of where things were at. That's what I need. Thank you.
Thank you for making that clarification. So this is likely to be an agenda item on the executive committee next month if there's a report back from